Hello and welcome to another tutorial of ZBrush Basics. In this video I will cover about the deformations you can make on your object. So I'll go to the tool panel and click on the deformation panel and will expand it. And here you can see a lot of options. You can simply unify, mirror, rotate. You can also skew, flatten, twist, taper. So all of these effects you can make and modify your model. So let's get started. So I will click on the unify. So basically what happens, sometimes while working on the model you accidentally move it away from the symmetry. So I will give you an example. So I just move it and lift till left on the left side, and now you can see when I want to add the details here, even if I have turned on the symmetry, my information is not visible on the other side, but my symmetry is on. So when this situation comes, then you simply go back and need to unify it. So when you click on the unify, it just resets your object character position into the geometry in the center of the plane. So basically you go and you can check on the surface, sorry, preview. So to be order to use symmetry mode, your model has to be exact center of this cross. So when you move it away because of some accidentally, then it just moves on the other side, and then while you want to add the detail, even you have to turn on the symmetry, it doesn't reflect, right? And then when you click on the, now you can see this object has been moved on the right side, and that is the reason my symmetry is not working. So I will go simply click on the deformation and click on the unify, and my object will come to the exact center. Make sure you undo all the changes that you have made, and then you simply click on the unify, and now my symmetry mode is working very efficiently and properly, right? One more thing is that mirror. So basically sometimes you have some object, you have some part of body and want to just mirror on the left side. So you want to just flip or mirror it. So you simply click on and it will just mirror it to the x-axis. So it works simply like flipping. So in the other 3D software this is called flip. So you simply flip from vertically, so it just takes all the information on the other side from left to right, and it just simply works very well. So here you call it mirror because we are mirroring across the x-axis. You can also do the flipping on the y-axis. So when you click on the y and click on the mirror, you can simply mirror here. Alternatively, you can also click on the Z, and when you click on the mirror, so it just mirrors from the Z axis. So I'll just click go back. I will go and come to the polish. So basically when you click on the polish, you just increase it, so you just smooth your model and add a bit of polishing. So if your model has a lot of roughness and you want to just smooth it out once, you can simply click on this and you will get a quite decent results. Another one is polish by groups. So basically if you have polygroups activated, you can simply polish it. And the relax is something that actually when you click on the relax, it just smooth out the whole object and relax the your polygon binding. So now this is a very important tool. So basically, sometimes, as you notice, that I have added the information on the one side, but this information is not reflected on the other side. And now I want to add this detail, and this will be most often the case that you may forget to activate the activate the symmetry, and then you worked for some time and later you realize that okay, you have just missed it, and now you will have to do it over and over again on the other side. So it is a lot of rework, and if you want, you can save this rework by simply clicking on the Smart Resymmetry. So what it does, it calculates the geometry you have added on the both side, and then it just simply duplicates it on the both side, other side. So as you can see now, so it just takes some few seconds to just show the results, and you can see the same information being reflected on the other side. It also took the information from the left side, these pimples on the other side automatically. So that's why it is called Smart Resymmetry. You can also do manually. So basically you can select these areas, which areas you want to symmetry, and then click on the resymmetry. So I'll click on here and let me check if it works. Okay, so it takes some time. Sometimes it takes some try to show the exact result, but it works in most cases. So if it gives some issue, then you just give it another try and it should work properly. So now you can actually also rotate this model. So basically you can simply rotate at any axis, just like here, but here actually you were rotating the camera, so your object is not rotated, you are rotating the camera so to see the model from all the angles. But in here you are actually rotating the object from its origin location. To give you the difference between that, so when you click on the preview panel and you simply drag on your viewport, you can see you can rotate the model to see it's all the side, but its position is not changing. But when I rotate here, and then you can see when you click on the preview panel, it just changed the position of model also. So that's the basic difference. And now when I want to add any information, my symmetry is also being changed. So this is the basic difference between that. So I will just reset it. And this, I can increase the size, I can increase and decrease the size. If you want to make it very precisely, you can put any number you want. I can also bend, and this is also skew. So basically it just skews on the one axis. So if you don't want to skew, you can select the axis, and sometimes it comes very handy. Okay, so this is a flatten, so you basically start flattening up your model. So these things actually, these filters and these effects use a very unique looks, and you get a very unique result when you use with the combination. So so this is flattened. So basically you can flatten your object from one side, right? So it comes very handy when you want to do it and want to 3D print it. So sometimes you just want to flatten one side. So right now it is flattening up from the x-axis. I can do it from the z-axis, and I can flatten from the back. Alright, the same way. So this is very handy tool when you want to do it, make it into 3D print. You can also twist. So basically just twist your model across the axis, so it just twists like rubber. You can select the axis, and you can also taper. So basically when you taper, it just deforms your volume and it gives a very unique look. This is squeeze. So basically just squeeze or inflate it across an axis, and these effects gives a very unique look to your models, and you can also create different variations so to compare them. So it's a quite handy tool when I want to see my character with a different look, so I can just change the look of my model. This here, from here I can add the noise to give you just an idea. I will just subdivide it, and then we'll add some noise. As you can see, this has added very decent details on your model. And this is inflate. So basically it just inflates a model. So I'll just reduce the subdivision level, and then when you click on the inflate, so it just inflate your character and model across everywhere. It when you go on the negatives value, it just does opposite, so you can create a nice looking zombie kind of look. You can also select some areas and apply the same effect. So you can actually, you just have to inverse the selection, and then you can simply select the areas you want to inflate. Inflate balloon does the same. Basically it just inflates a more round shape, so that your object looks more roundish and balloons like. This is a sphere, so basically it just, now you can see this has given a very good stylized look, and when you click on the sphere, it just gives you a totally different look. So with just one click, I'm getting a different variation of the same face that I have made, and that's why it is really interesting to me. this is gravity. So basically gravity, when you increase the gravity, so it just pushes your mesh, your model to the side of gravity, to gives the natural look. So I give an example. You can see, you can also make a selection. For example, I make a selection of this area where I want to apply the gravity, and these areas. So I'll just inverse, and then when I increase the gravity, you can see it just getting more down, and it gives a very unique look. So this the perspective actually increase the depth of your model into perspective. So as you can see, it just change the perspective. So just in few clicks you can see the kind of different look you want. So that's it for this deformation panel, and this is a very unique panel that has all the deformation values, and you can actually do a lot with your model. So feel free to find out your best settings and play with these settings and these filters, and these modifiers will help you to actually achieve a very unique look in a very short span of time, so that you can actually work on very efficiently without spending too much time on the sculpting all the details to create a variation of the faces. So I will just end this video here, and if this video is somewhat help you, so make sure to give it a like and subscribe the channel. So, and make sure you click on the bell icon so that you can receive all the details, all the updated tutorials information. So I keep uploading the tutorials and informations like this, and if you like it, then feel free to join me. So that's it for now, and I will see you in the next video, where I will cover some other features of ZBrush. So thanks for watching this video. Goodbye, and keep sculpting.